I wanted to show you a bigger boat, probably something more like what we would live on eventually. I just thought it'd be a very good parallel to like see what they have versus what we have. They have such a big boat, and compared to our little 32 foot, it's just massive. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it.
Welcome to Awakening. She is a 2004 Pacific Seacraft 40 foot. Come on aboard. This is our second Pacific Seacraft. We did have a 37, which we loved, but the 40 offers us a little more room.
This video is sponsored by the subscribe button. The best way to support our channel is to send us some love by subscribing and liking the video. If you want to see more of our day-to-day, head on over to Instagram, where you can find us under @sailing_huzzah. We, in a little bit, are going to visit some friends on a neighboring boat. They're some of our very, very best boat friends. Well, friends in general, not just boat friends. I'm excited because maybe they'll let us tour their boat. They have the same boat as a pretty high-profile YouTube family. I don't know if you're like me, but I love like looking at homes and real estate. So the boat is just like boat porn, right? To see somebody else's boat. So maybe they'll give us a little tour. I brought coffee and donuts and mimosas. If you're ever in Texas, Shipley's has the best donuts and kolaches. Can't get this freaking bag open. Those are where it's at. Oh, fogged up the camera. I'm not a that car. Okay, I gotta get over there and actually undo this.
It wasn't so windy, I'd pull out the paddleboard.
Well, I mean, it'd be a good workout.
I don't want to work that hard. It's not work that hard.
You're gonna watch me struggle.
Oh. Well.
Creaky. This is the hard part. Okay, unhook it on this side and then let it swing around that way so I can do it.
You're going to do it on your own. Go over there and untie it. Welcome my life. Just do it all on your own, just like I do. All the time.
You know, I have no mechanical.
Figure it out.
Oh, you're really getting it all. Okay, I'm gonna walk then.
No, it was probably better to run. It's better to run.
Gross. Stop, y'all.
Just jump on it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Monkey girl. Good ab workout right there.
I gotta read the directions, so you gotta wait.
Hey, watch your head.
Some sort of lever.
Some sort of leather? Lever. I was like, leather?
Some sort of lever.
What kind of weird ass boat you got going on here?
Real quick, a few quick perks to this Tack-A-Cat design. Perfect for divers and snorkeling, you can get in and out of the dinghy with ease. The mounting bar makes loading and unloading your outboard a breeze. The removable wheels make it a super easy roll up onto the beach or shore, and then tuck away when you aren't using them. To find out more about this Tack-A-Cat, check out www.sailonairinflatables.com.
The directions on the handle.
Pull, start, choke, pull, choke. Key is in the ignition, the vent is open. Here we go. Oh, you don't do it twice.
Let it.
It's flooded?
No, not yet. Just let it.
What did I do?
Did you have the choke on?
I didn't put the choke back in.
Oh, no, you're fine. Hey, buddy.
Do you like your new shirt? We're going to pick up a check from Sundance, not Sundance, Windward. So I did a dinner charter.
Oh, cool.
So we're just gonna go pick up some money, and it'll probably be what we spend in one day at Sundance Grill. We've got our friend Mikey here.
Hi.
Mikey's been on the dinghy. He was in one of the dinghy videos, like before we had the cool dinghy. So.
Was that really? Oh yes, I remember now.
Hi, welcome to Awakening. She is a 2004 Pacific Seacraft 40 foot. We bought her in 2019.
We named the boat after my great aunt's novel, The Awakening, and our son engraved some of the lines from the book. I think that one says, "The voice of the sea speaks to the soul."
And what is her name? Kate
Chopin. Awakening.
What's your average speed if you're sailing?
We like to be between 6 and 6.5. Kind of, if it's below that, I tend to turn on the motor.
Yeah.
We like to get there. And
I'll preface by saying this is our second Pacific Seacraft. We did have a 37, which we loved, but the 40 offers us a little more room and a non-Pullman berth. A Pullman berth is one where one person has to climb over the other one to get into the bed, and this one doesn't have that. This is our Galley. It's pretty much like the one on the 37, but I will say this one actually has a freezer here down below.
This is the actual freezer,
Yeah.
and then there's a fridge on top of that?
Yep. And then the refrigerator is on top.
And this is another side of it?
Our little cabinet here.
for coffee.
Coffee and whatnot.
So we keep the coffee pot and a toaster
Toaster
oven
oven.
that can pop out onto the counter.
I love the counter space.
Yep.
This is awesome. And your little mini cutting board, did you make
Yep.
that to fit?
Actually, this is one of these really cool things that comes with every Pacific Seacraft.
I love
It's
it.
sort of one of their trademarks, is the custom fit cutting board.
Like a full-size sink, which is crazy. What do all of these
So these
bells
little
and whistles do?
extenders, the captain put on because
Otherwise they splash. One is a vent for the main tank,
Okay.
and the other one is the drain for the pump drain for the freezer.
Oh, that's really
Step on
smart.
it, probably has some water coming out.
So you just pump out any of the water that you don't need to be in, like it doesn't go into the bilge, so it keeps the bilge dry.
Right. So that.
But so it comes through here, and as opposed to splashing everything, this extender makes it go directly into the sink. And we're very proud of our banana hammock. Our jalapenos, apples,
Just jalapenos.
whatnot,
Just mini jalapenos.
many jalapenos.
Do you ever use your microwave?
All the time when we're at the dock in the marina. And
I love
I made
that.
these little covers to put on.
And you guys sew everything yourselves, right?
We have, yes.
Okay.
I will say, he has actually sewn more than I have on this boat.
600 amp hours of batteries. They go.
Lead acid.
These are lead acid AGMs.
Nice.
So Awakening is a cutter rig. We have running back stays if we need, mainly if we're running downwind with the staysel up and the rig starts to pump, we'll set the running back stays. It's in-boom furling, which means we've got great ability to bring the sail in and out. It's continuously reefing that way because it just wraps around the mandrel inside the boom, so I can adjust how much sail area I have out continuously. And so for like high wind, what I would typically do is bring the top of the mainsail down to the top spreader, and then set the staysel. And what that basically gives me is like a fractional rig system with very little sail area. So up to 40 knots we can sail in barely any weather helm, and yeah, it's a really well balanced design. So.
I will say one of the nicest things about this boat is that it has a standalone shower. The 37 did not. It was a wet head, and at some point I decided if we were going to retire and live on the boat, it was necessary for me to have a dry toilet
And a separate shower.
and a separate shower. So
I love it. I mean, it's a very good space. It is very well used, especially because you've got your little...
When we bought the boat, initially you had to fill the toilet with this, which is really very common. But since the captain loves me so much, 1 year for Mother's Day, or my birthday, he installed the valve.
So now you just turn that on and fill the toilet when you need it?
Yep.
Oh. That's amazing. What kind of Watermaker is it?
It's a Catadin.
Catadin. Did it come with or did you install it
It
after?
came with the boat.
Nice.
It does, I think, a couple gallons an hour, but I'd have to look that up. We always keep the dinghy up on the bow. We don't have, you know, it's a double ender, so we don't have a place back in the stern to really stow the dinghy, but it manages here really well. We do have an electric.
Perfect for it right here.
Yeah, we have an electric winch, so we use that to deploy the dinghy. It can all be done from the cockpit, essentially, with somebody just standing here to throw it overboard, push it overboard.
Everyone's bedroom.
Corner berth. Yep. / garage.
The garage.
Yes.
Literally today it is the
Literally.
garage.
About 20 minutes ago, it was a bedroom for our daughter.
Our tool shed.
Turn this guy on, turns that off. This is like a boat owner's dream. So is this... Oh wow! You have like your own little dressing room in here.
This is a new TV. Is DC 12 volt. The other one was not. So we can watch our favorite First Mate Emily whenever we want.
Shameless. So cheesy.
For good luck, you're supposed to keep coins under the mast, so we collect coins. There's some on each side. So we keep our silver under the mast. Back in the day when they stepped the huge mast, they would actually put
Like underneath it.
a gold coin under the mast.
This is the main berth, which is one of the upgrades between the 37 and the 40. So come on in. There's a step on each side, so you can get into the bed on either side. Here we go. And this is a full locker, which is very nice as well. For
And
more
the
stuff.
cutest bathroom I've ever seen.
Yep. And that's pretty deep.
Wow. You like full on have like enough space for clothing.
So anchor locker there.
What is the use of having the anchor locker there?
Well, ultimately at the very end there's a strong man, which is a piece of rope that literally attaches the anchor to the boat. And so if we're ever in an emergency that we need to ditch the anchor, because our road is all chain, we can scurry down and cut the strong man with a knife and release the anchor if we need to.
There she is in all her glory. So it's just like a little West Marine dinghy that you made into a hard bottom with fiberglass?
It's a 250. Yeah, so this is quarter inch plywood, stitching glue into this shape, and then just glued in with dinghy
Extra
glue.
sheets
Dinghy
and
glue.
stuff.
This is actually the sheet from the original, so I just cut the bottom out and then used some of the spare for these patches.
Have you ever had any issues with it?
No, we've been running it for a couple of years now, and it's great. With one of us on board, it'll easily get up on plane, and it's much easier to get in and out of because you've got a rigid bottom.
Yeah,
so.
like you have something to step into.
I glued this on. This is a garage door weather strip. Yeah, it makes it less abrasive on like the docks and stuff like that, so I don't have to worry about breaking through my gel coat on the hard bottom. Just a big cabinet. I mean, a big drawer. Charts and stuff here. A single sideband VHF. We can deal with the autopilot from down here. This is autopilot. This is general data and the nav system. And then I always like to keep a small condensed operating manual for people who come aboard to be able to familiarize themselves with everything on the boat.
Your nav station looks just like ours. So
yeah, that's like I said, classic
But
nav
it's- but
station. Flare kit. We actually do have a ditch bag We have a ditch bag that's stowed. We don't bring it out unless we're offshore.
How do you like your parents' boat?
It's very nice. I love to visit.
She said she would live on it for a summer.
Yep, she's always welcome. Anytime she can get away
The
from
daughter
her
is
life.
always welcome.
We have the windlass is here, the electric controls for the windlass. So it'll go up and down, and this version goes both ways. Wash down for the anchor. So we have a hose that attaches here when we bring the anchor in. I mean, it was super well designed. Your tow rails are nice and deep, so you're not going to catch
Like
a toe
feel
up here.
fall off of it with your foot or anything.
The standard Pacific Seacraft came with teak rails here, teak cap rails. This one is a special order, so it came with these aluminum extensions, which is nice for attaching stuff when we're out cruising, lash your extra fuel and stuff like that. I keep my snubbers here so I can get at them really easily. So generally when we throw out the anchor, we'll always put a nylon snubber on. I usually just use a snub hitch. The auxiliary is a Yanmar 4-cylinder, 55 horsepower, and it does really well with this boat. We've got a max prop so it folds up when we're not using it. Furuno displays down there, so it's a remote display. 2-speed electric winch, which we use primarily to set the sail. We actually use it to douse the head sail, so we can run the furling line up to it from here.
Tell us about your sunroof.
Yeah, when we bought the boat, it had a continuous piece of fabric in here. This zips in and out, so it was already set up for kind of what it is now, and I went ahead and
modified
used
it.
the original as a template to put a screen in. Actually, this came with a window here, and in later modifications, I've taken that window out when I redid the top of the Dodger or the Bimini here.
Well, because you can see it so much better, because ours has that
Yeah.
too, and I have to lean all the way back to see out, and yours is just like...
it's really convenient. Keeps the sun off the crew, or at least half the sun off the crew, and I can still see easily.
keeps it off of the captain.
when I'm at the helm.